I came to Rome for education,
Okay.
to pursue my master's, and
Okay.
I'm targeting to do my PhD. So I'm applying.
Changing the narratives with Mr. B.
How are you doing?
Fine, and you?
You look great.
Thank you very
I
much.
must confess, you are beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you. All right. I'm here to ask you one or two questions,
Mhm.
and I believe through this interview, a lot of people are going to learn, right?
Okay.
Okay, before I give you just a second for you to introduce yourself to the audience,
Okay.
good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, all my great viewers, depending on the place you are watching us from. We are back again with another episode of this program, Changing the Narratives, saying it the way it is in the city of Rome. We are here again today with one of our big sister, all the way from Ghana, right? Okay, we are going to be sharing from our life experience right from Ghana and to this place. We are going to be finding out what she's doing here and the purpose of why she's here. And also, I believe and I trust her that we are not going to be disappointed. I just want to urge you, stay tight to the end of this interview. I bet you are going to benefit a lot. As we turn to her to introduce herself, please can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Okay. So my name is Judith.
Okay.
Do I need to add my surname?
Anyone,
Okay.
anyone.
Judith Kankam,
Okay.
and I'm from Ghana, Ashanti region, somewhere in Kumasi, close to Kumasi.
Okay.
So I came to Rome for education,
Okay.
to pursue my master's. Yes. So I studied in University of Ghana 4 years in information technology.
Okay.
Then I came to pursue the master's a little bit close to cybersecurity, but with a touch of law.
Okay.
So it's law, digital innovation, and sustainability. But I majored in digitalization, which focused more on IT courses like cybersecurity, data science, and so on. So like that's my main focus now, and
Okay.
I'm targeting to do my PhD. So I'm applying intensively right
Okay.
now, and the goal is to be a professor in computer science. So that's what
Her
I'm
Majesty.
pursuing. That's
Her
what I'm
Royal Majesty.
pursuing. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very soon we are going to be having a basically professor in this very place.
Yes.
Wow. I hope to be the first person to interview you when that moment comes. All
Okay.
right. Let me ask you this question. What makes you to choose Italy? Knowing fully we're here is not an English speaking country. Why did you choose Italy?
Honestly, during the time I was coming was when COVID was all over
Okay.
the world and people were scared to come to Ghana to Italy. So I remember that if I'd informed my old boy and girl, they would have rejected it outright. Like no, because after that time the alarming rate at which people were dying in Italy was
Very high.
really high. So they would have said no.
Okay.
So secretly, I took my passport, my birth certificate, all my certificates from my father, and I was like, "Oh, let me keep it on my own. Now I'm a big girl, I can do
Of
it."
which you are using it to negotiate something.
Yes, so I took them secretly and came back to Accra, and started applying. Because as at that time, I don't know. All I knew was I need to leave Ghana for education in that year. Come with me. If people are dying, people are alive, I'll go and replace someone somewhere else who is dead.
The one who's
Yes. So that was my motivation. Like at that point in time, enough of work experience. I have to pursue education because that means like I'm pushing things back. Yes, because I wanted to have the PhD by age 30, but because of I was enticed by money a little bit.
wow.
But I was like, no, it's enough with the money. Let's pursue what we really want to do. So I took the plane without telling anyone that I'm coming to Rome, and I came and all is well. I didn't die.
Wow, that is great.
Yes.
That is great. You know, that is a determination. You know, I mean, when we are looking for something, you have to just be focused,
Yeah.
irrespective of whatsoever the circumstances surrounding you. That is it. That is great. It's very tough of you, and today I believe it's a testimony anyway. All right. Just as I asked before, there is a London, Canada, other English speaking country. You are from Ghana.
Yes.
Ghana is an English speaking country.
Yes.
So you came to
No, thank you.
you came to Italy here, knowing fully
Yes.
well that you're going to encounter a little bit of difficulties in terms of integration and all that.
Yes.
So why do you choose here?
Honestly, the packages I got from the school was extremely good.
Okay.
It was to cover my entire master's degree. So for the
Okay.
2 years, and I'll be given a monthly stipend. I'll be given a place to stay, and all the courses will be taught in English. So that was
Oh,
like it's like a pro bono. Like I got
wow.
the full package, like a full suit. So I was like, instead of going to somewhere like the UK where they'll give you like £2,000 or £8,000,
Yeah.
and you still have to bear the burden of paying the fees. And um I was raised with a mentality from my big brother that don't, even if you are rich, our money does not belong to you. You need to go out there and make your own money.
Yeah.
So even when I was applying, he was like, girl, you are working, use your own money to pay for the application fee so that it's like you feel like you are involved in it. Your blood and sweat is going
Yeah.
in it. So you'll be fully like
More committed.
committed to it and determined to get it, because you know that you are wasting money. You wouldn't watch it go down the drain.
Yeah.
Yes, so I was like, okay, then with the offers I'm getting, and this is a very good package, let me just choose this one, regardless of the place, because I don't speak Ghana, but I was in Accra for education.
Okay.
So what stops me from coming to Italy? After all, we just learn the basics, we'll survive.
Yeah.
English is spoken a little bit, but we'll survive. At least just hi, hello. We make conversations with one word that would let the person focus on the conversation,
Yeah.
then you are good to go. So after making my little bit research on LinkedIn on how good the school is, and how when it comes to like job markets, how good the school can help you get a job afterwards,
Okay.
I was like, okay, come what may.
Right.
If we die, we die. If we live, we live. So when the offer came, and I got the plane tickets as well, because my flight was paid for as well.
By
Yes,
who?
by the school, by the scholarship.
Really?
Yes, everything.
Look at this is what I really needed. Because
Yes.
why? Please, can you just turn a little bit? Oh, no, okay, so here is good. Okay,
Okay.
because I wanted to see you clearly, right?
Okay.
Okay, now
Yes.
because there are thousands and millions of people out there, Africans or all over the world,
Mm-hmm.
who will come across this video, who will be looking forward to getting such an opportunity. You
Yes.
understand me? A lot of them, maybe they wanted,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't know the processes to pass through to get here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now that have gone through it, I believe it's much more better that you explain the details to them so
Okay.
that they will know what to do in case they want to. You understand? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
please, can you just help us to details the
Okay.
processes that you from the beginning? What
Mm.
makes it easy for you? I believe it will also be make easy for them. The
Okay.
ones,
So I think from the beginning is knowing your purpose, be it money or passion, I don't care. But if that is what is motivating you, you should just go for it. Like, if I pursue this course, it's going to get me money. Sure, why not? The money is enough to motivate you. But if you have a strong feeling that that is what you're supposed to do, then you grab it. That's the first thing.
okay,
So if you have that one banked, then you can go on to write your motivational letter.
okay,
If you target a country, you should know more about, you should find time or dedicate time to read more,
okay,
know about the public institutions and the private institutions, and know the kind of scholarships they offer.
okay,
And when it comes, because they come within certain periods, like maybe they open for applications in February, they open for applications in June,
okay.
or in November or December. You should read, because the information will not drop down on your leg like,
All
yeah,
right.
you should read,
Okay,
regardless of which formats or language it's in. Translate if you need to,
okay.
because you are in need of something. Nobody's going to give it to you on a silver unless you pay 3,000 plus to those institutions who do that
To help
scholarship
you
thing.
out to
Yes,
do the
but
research
if
and all
you are
that.
an individual and you can't pay that amount of money, all you need to do is sit your butt down, dedicate time, and either every evening after work, 2 hours intense, you start searching,
Oh,
be it public or private. So you target which ones will be easier for you and your qualification.
okay,
So then we move on to the next thing. What are your qualifications? So be it first class, down, upper, lower, all the way to 3 points, whatever. It doesn't matter.
okay,
It's good to have a first class. I'm sad I didn't get a first class, but
okay,
it's good to have a first class.
okay.
Because I wasn't serious when I started my bachelor's, but in the middle, that's when I realized I was messing up. So I became serious and tried my best and finished with an upper class.
Okay.
So it's so good to get the first class, because you get the upper hand over the other.
Okay.
But my brother always says that when I was in UG, University of Ghana, He'll be like, okay, Judith, fine, University of Ghana has in 2017 is producing 88 or 80 graduates.
Yeah.
Don't think that you are the only ones in this world.
Okay.
There's someone from another region. Let's say in Ghana, we have like, we used to have 10. I don't know the new ones now. Let's say someone is coming from the upper west, someone is coming from the upper east, someone is coming from the Volta region, and you are going to compete with all these people with the
Yeah.
same certificate.
Yeah.
We all graduated with a bachelor's from information technology. Now, then, what makes you stand out? Why should that school pick you over that
The other
person?
person. Yeah.
So, in the midst of red umbrella, you should be black. In the midst of black, you should be red.
Wow. Yeah.
So, you should go the extra mile. And lucky for me, and I always thank God for my family and for my brother, my big brother, who was very supportive to send me money. That okay, so this is what I want you to do. You need to write, let's say, a certification in this field. So for I'm in IT, so certification is cool, but I don't know about the health sciences and those things. But I believe there should be something like those volunteering things that you can do to make you stand out,
Okay.
or internships you can do to make you stand out. So for me, it was certification. So whilst people were chilling, I was in TS every evening attending a short course to get the certification for database, for mobile development, and other stuff. So now, if I put my CV down, I don't have just the bachelor's. I have three good, solid certifications
Wow.
that should pull me up
Above
above the
the
normal
other.
standards, because I know that one, I don't have a first class. So if I meet a first class, I will be pushed down. Now I have to do something that first class then does not have. So that was the physical part of it. And there's another part which is the spiritual, and having the Almighty God being your backer.
Wow.
That is the most important thing.
Nice.
So
I'm glad to hear that.
yes,
Which is you are born again Christian.
yes,
Wow.
yes.
All right. Let's go on.
Okay, so for the qualifications, you need to have everything down, and after you graduate, you need to take your certificate, have soft copies, have everything down. If it's PDF, if they want you to send it in JPEG, PNG, just have everything sorted in a folder. Maybe name it applications. You have everything down. Then you start looking for the schools of your interest. So you read what they want. So sometimes they tell you they want the motivational letter, your CV, and any other certifications.
Yeah.
So then you apply. So for me, money was also another constraint. So I was looking for schools that were not making you pay a lot,
Okay.
or some of them you need to be time conscious and get this like application waivers. Then you slash it off and then pay something way cheaper, or in fact zero. So that was also another strategy, and that one you need to follow certain YouTubers and all those things, or you need to target which schools you want and then be checking their websites daily, because they'll let you know that, oh, this school is open. If you apply within this first 2 weeks, then you get the application fee waiver to slash off, so that you pay zero. So for individuals who don't have money to be paying 100,000 schools, that's like you're feeding people with your money. So there's their strategy to make sure that you don't run at a loss.
Rid of all those things.
Yes. So that's that side, targeting the application fee waivers to make it zero. And there's also another portion where you know your research area. That's for the deep people. But even if it's shallow and you still want, like, oh, I want cybersecurity, fine, you can go to the university's portal, navigate down to the department, let's say computer science. I'm using myself because
Oh, right.
that's
Yeah.
what I know. I
Yeah.
don't know about the
Okay.
health sciences and those others. So for example, you navigate down to computer science, you need to go professor by professor, searching for their research areas.
Okay.
And then if you find that yours aligns with it, you look for a paper that professor has written before. Then you can read and email that professor directly that you read his paper. This is your review. What does he think about it? And bear in mind that you're not going to pinpoint that you didn't write it well or those kind of things. You are supposed to be open-minded. He did it in this way, but this is what you think. This is your opinion. And I believe those are also other channels people also use to enter as well. So for me, I use good certification with God, let's say. Yes. And for others who I also talk to, they also use that approach as well to also join into school. So that's what I know for be it America, Canada, or even Europe. They are all, it's a strategy you need to use because they all open within seasons. And one thing I would say is that you cannot have everything. So you cannot say that you want Canada, US, Europe. There's a little bit of difference.
Yeah.
For example, in the US and Canada, they are very clear about this GRE, GMAT, TOEFL, those kind of things. And over here, it says, oh, it's they want it, but it is not um, as needed as like how the
Yeah, that,
US would use it if you don't have it, like you're dropped. Yes,
okay.
so you should know what you have, and if you can't pay for the IELTS, then you should target probably the European schools.
Okay.
But if you have the money and the means, then you target the US schools and you write the GRE, GMAT, and the IELTS and those things as well too. Also give you an upper hand over the others. So I guess that'll be all for now. If I remember something, I'll chip it in.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
That is a very deep down one. Honestly, we really appreciate this because I believe, just as I said earlier, that there are thousands and millions of people out there who are also looking up to this very opportunity. Although it's not really, will I say it's opportunity? It's an opportunity, but
Yes.
you have a work to do. You understand me?
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people don't really know what to do. Not that they don't need it, they
Yes.
want it, but
They
how
don't know
to
what to
go
do.
about it, they don't know. And that is the reason why we are going around also looking for people who has already gone through the lane
Yeah.
in order for us to share their experience to also guide other people who
Ah,
are still
yes.
coming up. You
I
understand?
remember one thing
Okay.
about the motivational letter. I think that also counts as well. Like, mm, I don't know how. I don't know how to explain it, but there's a way you need to convey your message out there that if given that opportunity, you are going to do an awesome job.
Okay.
Yes, that's
That's to the university, right?
yes to
Okay.
the person reading your
Okay.
letter that
Okay.
if you give me this opportunity, I will not let you down. Like
Okay.
I'm going to do an awesome job. So I think you should also focus on it as well. If you have friends in quotes who are supportive and you can give them your letter to read through and let them pinpoint some things which you thought was necessary but they can
Okay.
let you revise it or something like that. Yes, and another thing too is the recommendation letter. So if you are in school in your bachelor's before graduation, you should build that kind of rapport with your professors.
Okay.
Because for me, my professor was the dean as at that time. They've changed him to another person now because he's old. But that kind of relationship was there. So whenever I sent him 1,001 applications, this man was willing to help me out.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. It
So
was really giving you a helping
yes,
hand.
yeah. And even right now, when I still send him for my PhD, he still
Yeah.
supports. Like oh no, sometimes the applications will tell you to what is it called, critique a paper or something, or they want you to do extra mile. I still send it to him to give his opinion on it, and that's because we have that kind of rapport. So if you are not out of school yet, this is the opportunity for you to build healthy relationship with your professors.
Wow. Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
yeah, that's also going to help because you'll be needing their recommendation letters
Wow.
as well as from the work.
Mm.
If you come from the work experience too, you need that kind of good relationship where your bosses are willing to stamp
Yeah.
your letter
It's
for you,
just
write
giving you
good
a go
things
ahead.
about you. Yes.
It's not just all about money, 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 money.
Hmm.
There's influence, connection, who you know, who
Exactly.
knows you, and everything is still in combinations to give
Hmm.
you that lifting that you really need.
Exactly.
Wow, that is great. Okay, now that you are here for, say you've been here now since 4 years, right? Okay,
Yes.
now when are you rounding up?
I'm done.
Done.
Yes, I still in October, September, but because the flights kept on cancelling because of Corona, so I
Okay.
eventually came in October. But 2020 to 2022,
Mm.
July, June or July? Yes, I'm done. I was done with good honors.
Okay, now so what's the next thing now?
Yes. So as I was saying, the package was a good suit.
Okay.
So for internship, I got the opportunity to intern with ENI, SPA. I don't know if you know them, the oil.
Okay, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I got to intern with them, and I got the opportunity to also intern with an IGO. It's called IDLO, and From there, they came to love me and they extended my contract from in 3 months internship to 6 months. Before I realized, they gave me a fixed term contract. Yes. So
Well,
that
I'm
was
dancing for you now. Wow!
so that was
Wow,
it.
that's great.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yes.
that's great. Which is
Which they
primarily
don't
your.
usually do.
Mm,
Yes. So sometimes when I say my story, the person I'll give the big credit to is a big man up there.
that is it. Because
Yes,
I
because
believe you make mention of something that it's not just all about physicality. Spirituality is very, very important,
yeah,
honestly, because there is something, a ladder that you cannot climb physically, which
you need to
the
push it
great
with
one out there
prayers and
can all
fastings.
help you to uplift you. That
Yes.
is it. That is it. Something unusual happened in the process. Wow. Now, in all ramification, which is say you are a little bit settled
Yes.
now. Not a little bit, you are settled. Okay, like
Okay.
okay, let us talk about in these processes. In terms of accommodations and relationship, and in terms of schools and all that, with Italians and all that, the people you, how was it? What was the encounter
So I wouldn't
experience?
say it was all rosy. That would be a lie.
Okay,
There are two sides of the coin: the head and the tail,
okay,
and the tail can be pretty nasty. So I
okay.
wouldn't say that it was all sweet and rosy when I came, because like when we came, the okay, due to COVID, the process, okay, for me
Yeah.
the process was amazing. There was
Okay.
no like, wait, we'll give you your visa in like 2 months later or something. Everything was like on time, and we got every paperwork done smoothly. Because of corona, they didn't want us to come in person.
Okay.
They just made us what's it called, use DHL to send them the documents. If your documents are on point or they agree with your documents, they give us the visa. And during my time, we were 8 Ghanaians who got that offer, same offer. And so we shipped ourselves together to this land. And that was what helped, because we had like that kind of good,
Bond.
yeah, that bond from the beginning. So, irrespective of how rough it was around, we still had each other, so we could laugh and talk, cook food together, party together. That was a good
It's
thing.
just like a family
It's just like
settle.
a small family.
Yeah.
But if I had come alone, that would have been a different ball
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Yes, yeah. So, and when it comes to accommodation, I cannot give my experience out there, because mine was handed over from the school. Like, okay, you are here. This is your school, this is your room. One in a room. You enjoy the facilities. Bam. There's
Because everything
Wi-Fi,
is in a
everything.
package with the
Exactly.
scholarship and all
But
that.
there are people who came and had to sleep at the hotels because they couldn't find accommodation. And it's very difficult to find accommodation here, especially when you don't speak the language. That's the whole issue. The reality is, it, we are not coming. How did they expect you to speak their language? But they want you to speak their
That
language.
is it.
That's the irony.
To them, because I think I've interviewed someone before who said that before they can even give you a visa, you must first of all have this basic understanding about
Understanding
the language
of
in your
yes,
country. Not that you coming here to learn. You
exactly.
must be able to
Speak the
the
basics.
basis.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. My story is a little bit different, so I cannot give advice that much. But after staying here for some time, before you come in, there are websites or portals that can give you good response. And the system is changing a little bit because of the foreigners we keep penetrating into the system. So some are not friendly, but some are welcoming, and the some are those who have traveled.
Yeah. They understand the atmosphere outside. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, the Italians who
They
have been
relate more deep.
outside, yeah, they understand our situation. So when you come and they know you, um, they know what you are going through, they consider and then give it to you regardless. So if you are lucky to meet such a good person, hooray, like my landlord. But if you're unlucky and you meet the,
The one that have never stepped their
yes,
foot out of
born,
this
bred,
place,
died in Rome.
they don't care.
Exactly, they don't care. So that's a different side of the story, and there are people who go through a whole lot when it comes to accommodation, and sometimes it's not a good story. Yeah. So I guess you need to do that preparation as well. Either you find you. There's another thing I think people also do, is that they look for people in that school who are fellow countrymen,
Okay.
so that they can connect to. Or if you are lucky and then you come and you ask for the international office who is from your country, and they're able to link you up with someone that also helps, because then you're able to get help from someone who is willing to help you. That's why I said someone who is willing to help
Oh,
you,
yeah.
because there are some, when they come here, each man for himself, God for us all.
Mm.
Yes, so if you are lucky and you get people who are willing to help you take your baby steps, that's good. But
It's not always easy like that.
yes, I know vibrant communities like the Rwandans, they have a real vibrant community. If you come and you are new, they are willing to help.
Wow, there's a
Yes,
community like that
yes,
for the
very,
Gambians.
especially like the younger
Oh,
generation,
wow.
those in Sapienza, in Torvegata, yeah, they do help themselves a lot than the
Well, like
other.
Ghanaians, Ghana people don't have
Ghana.
such.
Well, I don't know.
Did you find out? I believe
Yeah.
you don't go there.
I
I think that
don't-
you maybe you go there, maybe you will find out something about that.
yes.
Okay, all right. Like in general now,
Mm-hmm.
let us see to your own now.
Mm-hmm.
Like which school do you study?
University of Ghana. Ah, I'm here
Yeah,
in Louis. Yes,
Louis.
it's a private school.
Oh, it's private.
Hmm.
Wow, private that you got a scholarship.
Yes.
There is something behind your. I
There's
thought it was a government school.
no, it's not a
No,
government
wow,
school. It's a
wow.
private
But it's here
school.
in Rome anyway.
Yes, it's the whenever you hear whenever you're outside, like when you're applying for even an accommodation, and you be like, I went to school in Louis, that's like an automatic,
Oh, because it
automatic.
says it's
Yes,
another extra
yeah.
step.
If in Ghana, if someone is in Ghana, I can liken it to Ashasi in Ghana. Like there's an institution there which is like for the rich.
Wow.
If you don't have money, you can't go. Yes, that's the kind
That
of
is where
situation
you
here.
went to without
Paying a dime,
that is
and
great.
I'll give it to them and upgrade
That
them.
is great. That is
Yes.
great. The rest of the people you came with, the
Hmm.
Ghanaians, have you still be able to hear from them? Are you connecting with them?
Yes, we are. Some are still here. Some have left the
They're done with
country.
their studies now.
Yes, to Netherlands and the rest. So, but the others are still here. Um, Working in different fields and areas as teachers. Some are in the UN organization. So it's all good.
Wow.
But searching for a job is also difficult.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Like you now that you are done with anything, everything, I know you're working.
Mm-hmm.
What's your plan? Your plan is it to remain here or you are returning back to your country?
No, I'm not remaining here. I'm not returning there either.
Where do you want to stay up? Come on, come on, come on. Do you want to stay up? You don't even. Where do you want to go? Tell me.
As you can see,
Okay, I'm hearing. I'm
I
listening.
told the big man up there that
Okay.
just like he did before,
Yeah.
he can do it again.
Yeah, you will again and again.
And he's the same God. He said, I don't know how to describe him sometimes, but he has always said that he's called I am. And
That I am.
it's his present continuous.
Yeah.
So it doesn't change. So I'm also banking on him that I'll get a free pro bono PhD, irrespective of wherever it is, I'll go.
Okay.
But this time around, not in the southern European countries, but I'm targeting the Scandinavian or USA. Yeah.
To come true. I am again supporting saying that yes, he has done it before, he will do it again.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, like finally, the people who are out there now, what would be your last word of encouragement to them who are listening to you, right?
Mm, honestly, when you follow the news, when you look around, it can be quite depressing. It's like you're trying so hard and it's not going anywhere. And the other annoying aspect is when you surround yourself with other people who also want to remain where they are and they don't want to go forward. They'll be like, okay, let's take it like that. No, no, you shouldn't. If you believe you are not supposed to remain there, you shouldn't. So you need to press higher. It doesn't come cheap. Michael Jackson's success didn't come cheap.
That is
You
it.
need to pay the price for it. There's a price to pay for everything. But me, I'll tell you the easy way out for that price is to pay it spiritually. Oh.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
It
I
might
don't
look
care
funny,
how
but that is it.
physical
That is
it
it.
is, but you pay deep spiritually. It's effortless. Like you enjoy effortlessly. That's all I can say. So I don't care what people say about God. I don't care what people say about Jesus. When you die, you go and meet him there. So it's either you rely on him and let him take the reins, and you also do your part. Don't just say, God is coming to do it. Oh no, you also need to do your part, and he does his part as well. That's the
There's a part
exchange.
he play,
There's a
there's
part
a
to play.
part you
There's a
play.
part to play. Yes, your knees go down, he moves. Your eyes move on the internet to read, he moves. Yes,
Your hand rise,
he
he
also
marks.
yes. He's the final say.
Guys, he
Yes,
authenticates.
exactly.
Thank you so much. It's really a great
You're
time with you.
welcome.
And I said again and again, it's a privilege. We never take this for granted.
Okay.
And we hope to meet and to come to you again and again, because when we do interview people like this, our audience do require that we revisit them again and again because they want to hear from them. But I sincerely, deep down my heart, that they are going to request from you,
I
or they
doubt.
are going to make a demand upon you to come over again.
I doubt
So don't
that.
say no, because they are still going to ask for, and I'm going
But
to
what if
ask for
I'm
you.
not here?
I will
Will
search
you
for you.
chase me to the
I will
next
chase
country?
you. I will chase as the big man up there connected us today, will connect us again.
Okay.
Don't you believe?
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very